I don't know if you heard that window sound, but ignore it. All right, let's get this show on the road. Hello. Hi. How are we Where am I? There. The jump scare. Oh god. Ignore that. You didn't see anything. You did not see a thing. Oh god. It's been a minute. Hello. I'm trying to my New Year's resolution, if we're gonna do that, is I want to stream more. So like that would be good. You know, I wanna stream more often because I feel like I just sort of stream whenever I feel like it, and I want to be a little more consistent. So I'm gonna try to have a stream. I'm gonna post a schedule at some point, but I just haven't worked on it yet. I've worked on it a little bit, but not enough. So once I get that working, or not working, but like once I get it up, I will post it on Twitter and I will pin it. Ignore that you didn't hear that. I don't know if you hear that, but you didn't if you did. I'm really excited for today because Ace Attorney. And also, I'm gonna try to stream more. So you know, it feels like the start of something beautiful. Also, do want to say this. I've decided not to upload the second collab I did with Chili, simply because in the chat that day there were some people who were saying some for lack of a better term, fucked up shit. And I didn't want to risk YouTube getting mad at me for that. So I'm not posting it. I don't know if Chili is going to post it. I think Chili is posting theirs. So yeah, just wanted to make that clear that we did do a second collab. I am not uploading it just because stuff happened that I personally am not a fan of. So yeah, please follow the rules. If you do come and chat in my stream, I will not hesitate to ban or kick or timeout or whatever you. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And without further ado, let's get started on our acing attorneys. I wasn't clicked on the game. That's embarrassing. All right. Acing of attorneys. I have the test widget thing open on Streamlabs. Okay. I still have the music on. I am professional. I am professional streamer. What was that voice? God, I am all over the place today. Anyways. Ace Attorney Chronicles. Some guy got electrocuted into a tower. Let's talk about it. That's all I really remember. If I'm gonna be perfectly real, the only thing I really remember from last time we played was guy got it teleported into a tower. That's basically what it was. I do not know what we have to do next. I feel like I don't give him things, because wasn't he like, nope, you're not allowed to investigate. Fuck you, not allowed, sorry. Let's try moving. Oh, there's a new location, a clue, somewhere new to go. May the story progress. 22nd of October, Madam Tuspel's Museum of Waxworks. Holy shit, a murder! Oh. There's so much murder. I thought we were dealing with the murder of the guy, not the murder of these people. We're watching a murder happen out now. What is this place? It feels good to voice act again. Look at all these terrifying scenes. But why are all the people so still? Guillotines, ruthless murders. I know what I'll be dreaming about tonight. Oh, fuck you. I'm calling right now. The dude slumped over. That's a real person. That's my... And maybe the dude standing there, because he looks pretty 3D and everything, so he looks real. Anyways.
They're all wax models. They're amazingly realistic, aren't they? Yep, we're back doing this fight, so you happy? I'm not. What do you think, Bruno? Shocked?
Wax models? Ah! Oh, we're already screaming. Neato. I read about dead bodies in what? Oh, okay. I was confused. I read about dead bodies in wax once in a magazine about strange phenomena. Depending on how corpses are kept after death, parts of them can turn to wax, apparently. It's called God, I can't read that. Adiposere. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Stop talking about creepy things like that, Bruno. You're scaring me. Anyway, doesn't form readily, you know.
Ah!
What now?
I've just remembered something else I read. Another magazine about strange phenomena. There was an old lady, maybe a witch, who used to pour molten wax over corpses and put them on display. So he's okay, this is happening now.
None of the exhibits in here are real. Fucking stop panicking. They're all entirely man-made replicas, you stupid.
They can't be. Do you expect him to believe that? Just look at them.
Oh!
There's no way anybody could make models of people that are this realistic and shomes, and they're all such gruesome scenes. Wait.
What is it?
Oh no. I must be seeing things in my hysteria. There is a hand. Now, see, if you're gonna get afraid about anything here, it's the hand and Shomes. All right. Let's just let's attack the elephant in the room first. Is this an arm?
It looks like an arm, doesn't it? Maybe one of the waxwork models has fallen over.
You don't think it could be the work of one of the mass murderers in here, do you?
Bruno! Stop scaring me, you fuck!
Is it a wax arm or a real one?
Come on, you're always pointing that finger of yours in the card room. Poke that arm now and see how it feels.
Objection! Bullshit! No! Okay. We probably should, though! What if this is a real person? Okay, maybe we go for the curtains. That big, heavy curtain is in a very prominent position, isn't it? I have a nasty feeling there's going to be something truly terrifying behind it.
Oh, yes! That's the famous Tussable Special Exhibit! It depicts one of England's most notorious killers. Do you want to pay the extra fee to have a look?
Pay more money to be even more terrified? Let me think about that for a moment.
It was only a suggestion. God.
Okay, now let's address the other elephant in the room. It's the great detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes has his own wax statue in here. Really? No, he was not there.
Well, he is world famous after all.
It's an uncanny resemblance, isn't it? Makes my skin crawl to look at it.
I know! He's fucking ugly! But look, Bruno, you can kick this! You can kick this, Hurley, and he doesn't move a muscle!
Boom! Can't go around kicking the exhibits, Iris. He's just like, ah! Oh, God. Oh. Wait. It just moved, I'm sure. And not just a little bit either.
Huh? Really? Did it?
And look closely. There are beads of sweat on the face of this waxwork model. Something tells me he's real. I don't know what it is, but I think it's the fact that he, winced in pain. Shall we move on, Iris? Over there, look! There's a great murder scene to enjoy. Much more appealing. He said hold it. Hold it! My dear fellow! I take exception to your recoiling in such a manner as if you've seen something truly abhorrent. Mr. Sholmes, what a surprise! I knew it! Wow, crazy. Iris, what possessed you? I strictly forbade you from divulging my temporary waxwork secret to Mr. Naruhodo. Temporary waxwork? What do you mean? And that kick! Could you not have exercised a little more restraint? You winded me! Winded. Good job, Finn, you fucking idiot. Why winded me?
But Bruno has something he needs to ask you, so it's perfect.
Ah, a question.
And I thought you'd probably be getting bored, too. Just standing there doing nothing. So here we are!
Well, I can't deny that your timing was impeccable. A mere 2 minutes more being stationary like that, and my great brain upon which all my success has been built would have turned to wax. Thank goodness we arrived in time. Yay. Indeed, in many ways, the pair of you just saved the world from an unimaginable loss.
Oh, Hurley, give me a second.
Okay, let's try that again now.
Oh, Hurley, nope, still not there. Oh, Hurley, you do like to talk nonsense, don't you?
Could know something. It's true. About Lord Van Sykes and what happened in the past to change him. Now that you're here, let's take our time. How can I be of assistance? For you're in luck, I'm suddenly quite taken with the idea of conversing. Oh, well, actually I'm in quite a hurry. And if my eyes don't deceive me, I believe something is afoot within the walls of this very museum. A most fascinating case, if I'm not mistaken. Really? Moreover, I have a strong suspicion that it is related to the matter about which you've come to me now. But how could it be? We shall speak again presently, my dear fellow. But for now, I must return to my work. What, back to being a temporary waxwork exhibit? Can I talk? If I talk to him and he just stands here, I'm gonna love it. What is this place? Yes! Oh, never mind. Madame Tuspel came to London from France 3 years ago, I understand. Since she opened this little waxwork museum last year, it's enjoyed a great popularity in London. There are museums like this in Japan too, but these display— oh shit. I just did not read the character text. Oopsies. There are museums like this in Japan too, but these displays are something else. I mean, they aren't made from actual real people, are they? The extreme realism of these waxwork models is a particular secret of the Tuspel's family, they say. They earned renown— Bro, I can't read. They earned renown during the French Revolution for waxworks of victims of the guillotine. That sounds grim. The gruesome scenes were portrayed with such realism in the expressions of the faces of the condemned.
Apparently, the sculptors would make the models directly from the corpses. I didn't see the S at the end, so I was gonna say the singular corpse, and then I realized and I tried to fix it. Right there at the site of the execution.
It really turns my stomach. For some reason, I really said he was gonna say, that really turns me on. God, that's vile. Okay. That's just one of several legends about the Tuspel's family. Whether there's any truth in it, I couldn't say. But anyways, this museum houses models of famous people from all over the globe. Nevertheless, the most popular area of the museum, by quite some margin, is this House of Horrors. House of Horrors? Of course, visitor numbers are dwindling. I did burp. There we go. Of course, visitor numbers are dwindling now as a result of the Great Exhibition. The people usually flock here to see exhibits of some of London's most vile criminals at their gruesome work. Oh my god, can I read? Naturally, most of the miscreants portrayed here were sent to the gallows. So they're even stiffer now than the models of them. Have you heard of Poor Taste? Have you heard of that one? My dear fellow, the public live for poor taste. They yearn to be shocked. Okay, well, that's not inaccurate, but fuck you. So, the hideous exhibits in here are...
They're all portrayals of real events that actually took place.
Is it just me, or did the temperature in here just seem to drop? Anyway, I advise you not to think too deeply about what you see here. And he goes back. Oh, he's back to being a waxwork, is he? Nice. Anyway, so let's talk about your temporary waxwork BS. What do you mean by temporary waxwork, Mr. Sholmes? Exactly what you see. Nothing else. Oh, okay. I'm part of the exhibits here, catching these criminals in the act. What? Catching them? Every half an hour, I home in on a different killer in one of the displays and adopt a new pose to ensnare them. Snare him, whatever. When members of the public come for a closer look, I offer them my hand to shake. For a shilling, I happily allow them to take a photograph with us. Us? Does he mean him and the waxwork murderers in here? But why, Mr. Sholmes? My dear fellow, isn't it obvious? For the money! I am a money Did you lose yet? No, I did not lose. All right, if we're gonna be sarcastic and make fun of me, I didn't lose. You can't lose yet. There's no way to lose during the investigation, Johnny. All right? You done here? You stupid man. Really roared at me there. Rare fitting for the House of Horrors. Okay, wake me up when you do. As it stands, I may struggle to pay this month's rent. God. I may struggle to pay this month's rent, and I have the ravenous iris to consider.
Oh, Hurley, I'm so hungry, and I can...
Never mind, I'm not gonna finish that joke. If push comes to shove, I shall ask you to do your bit, Mr. Naruto. What's he threatening to rope me if... What's he threatening to rope me into now? So, with that in mind, how about a photograph? As a special treat, you may have your pick of the murderers and scoundrels in here. The choice is yours. Maybe some other time, Sholmes. Remember, Miss Naruto, ignore me at your peril. He just goes right back to being a waxwork again. Is it just me, or did his final remark there sound a lot like a curse? Probably was. Anyways, I have something to ask you, curse man. Man who does cursing. Oh, did I say so? Oh, never mind. Okay. Well, what is it you'd like to ask me then? Actually, it's about Lord Van Zykes. Ah, our friend Mr. Reaper. How did you voice crack. How did you find him? Well, I trust. Found some stuff. And so I filled Mr. Sholmes in about everything I'd learned. About Lord Van Zykes, about Professor Hairbrain, and about the strange coincidence that they had been at university together. I'm so over this. Bro, I want to read correctly, please. So, I'm wondering what it was that happened to make Lord Van Zykes such a different person.
I was sure that you'd know, Hurley.
Are we getting backstory? Is it backstory time? You said there was something going on here in this exhibit hall before. That something was afoot. That you believed it was related to what I wanted to ask you about. Mr. Sholmes? Suddenly clammed up. Oh, he's serious now. Well, motherfucker. Well, it seems we've reached the Greetings, whoever this is. Oh, it's a witch! It's an actual witch! Oh! Hello. Where'd she appear from? And what's she wearing? Could she look any more mysterious? Oh, she's hot. She's a hot witch. Johnny, pay attention. Johnny, neuron activation. Are you still here? Johnny, your neurons, Johnny. I hope you are appreciating my museum. I didn't put the ... there, but screw you. Sorry? Have we? Mr. Sholmes, do you know that... Not again! Oh, she's hot. No. My apologies. I am Esmeralda Tuspels. This is my Museum of Waxwork. What? You're the Madame Tuspels? Bonsoir. I think that's what it means. Bonsoir. I think that's how you say it. Bonsoir? I don't know. Though only 26 years young, I might add. Is that significant somehow? I am a madam in name only. It adds a certain je ne sais quoi. I know how to say that one. Right. Firstly, I must apologize for my waxworks, or rather, one waxwork in particular. That'll be Mr. Sholmes, then. I was led to believe he was a great detective, but he seems unable to settle. Oh. Whoa! Whoa, lady! Next time you move from your designated exhibit, there will be toil and trouble. Oh my god. The fucking...
She sounds deadly serious.
That's a problem. How am I supposed to ask Mr. Sholmes about Lord Van Zykes now? Wait, can I... No, wrong button. I wanna see, like, her character profile. She's not here yet. Damn. How am I supposed to ask Mr. Sholmes about Lord Van Zykes now?
Let's not can't forget what Hurley said before about something being afoot. Right here in the museum, I mean.
Yes, I know, but
I'm so curious. I want to know what's happening here.
haven't we got enough on our plate already? Hello, Madame Tuspel. Converse. The waxworks, if you don't mind, and also your phone number. Did you make all these waxworks, Madame Tuspels? Is it Tuspels or is the S silent? I'm gonna say it's Tuspel, but the S might be something you actually have to pronounce. I don't know. I did. I am the third generation of waxwork artisans, you know.
Gosh! Golly gee, folks.
It was my grandmother who began the tradition in my family. Her fortunes were secured. I don't know what that means. I can't read. There's too many big words! Living through the turbulent times of the French Revolution as she did. Though that is when she acquired the Savior Fair that leads to the astonishing lifelikeness.
All these waxworks really do look as though they're alive.
I feel like I can't finish a text box without fucking up and having to go on.
In fact, they look more alive than Hurley.
I was wrong! What you see exhibited here... That's on me, that's not even... What you see exhibited here represents the most atrocious of London's criminal past. All the waxworks were created in the presence of the real people on which they were modeled, and just like that, we're back to square one. In the hours immediately following their execution, that is the secret to the extraordinary lifelikeness. That sounds terrifying. All walks of life have similar challenges, I'm sure. Carry out one's trade par excellence, one must go to extraordinary lengths. My exhibits are a reflection of society. I create only that which the public wishes to see. Why couldn't the public have wished for something less horrifying? Do not fear. Sorry? Excuse me. This room is the only one in the museum with such a macabre theme. I do hope you'll explore. There are models of famous singers, actors, politicians. Something for every taste, I hope. It was Iris who dragged me straight in here, come to think of it.
Sorry, perhaps I should have eased you into things.
Okay, well, that's great. Anyway, so let's talk about the Great Detective and his not so great waxwork. What's the situation with that whole area? Ah, my temporary waxwork model. He approached me some days ago, you see, with a business proposal. Oh, I don't know why I sound like Kermit there. Some spit got in the back of my throat.
Oh, what sort of proposal?
Oh, shit. My dear madam, what these spas exhibits need is the addition of a world-famous great detective. Or words to that effect. Naturally, I am well aware that Mr. Sholmes is wildly known in London as a talented detective. It's great detective, actually. He's very specific about it, and he will kill you if he hears you say it wrong. Yes, the creme de la creme. So I was keen to come to some arrangement with him, of course. But sadly, we were unable to agree terms. Let me guess, someone wanted to charge an exorbitant price for his services? For mere £500, I will dive into your cauldron of wax this very moment. Or words to that effect. Mr. Sholmes might have overdone it slightly with the sales pitch. Regrettably, the museum has a shortage of funds at the moment due to unforeseen circumstances. So, we came to the current arrangement instead. Surely he doesn't really need to do what he's doing, though, does he? I would think not, but He was very insistent. Yeah, he tends to do that. I have a 50 shilling problem that must be resolved by this morning. Or by the morning. Or words to that effect.
It's the pawnbroker. That's what it is. He must have something to redeem.
Oh, the pawnbrokery. I thought that would go out of business by this point, right? Or is there just like others? I thought that was the only one in town. I thought that was the thing. Whatever. Is the consulting detective work not going so well? Anyways, something a foot or a hand. I wonder, could I ask you something? Just a little bonsoir. I'm just curious. Is anything going on in the museum at the moment? Some kind of incident, perhaps? Whoever suggested such a thing to you? Oh, well, it was your temporary waxwork over there who mentioned the little son of a bitch. Oh, he's disappeared. Awesome. A wax model is a work of art, not some tawdry object for trade. I assume that's Sholmes. Ah! Yep, there it is. There you are! Leaving the exhibit again when you should be working. Do you wish to be melted down? My dear Madam Tuspel, save your reprimands. There are more pressing concerns. The wax can wait. It's our ideas about your current problem we must throw into the melting pot instead. Personally, I would advise you not to involve the police. Why ever not? She's turned as white as a sheet. Or, you know, as white as she was a few minutes ago. Because you have at your disposal a great detective whose services you may employ for a mere 50 shillings. Though, please be aware that I insist upon payment in advance. Shit. Very well. Let us see if the great detective is able to live up to his name, shall we? God, why is she hot? She's menacingly hot, and I'm scared. Like, I feel like it's gonna lead to something in her being involved. Why is she hot? Bro, it's not fair. Before I engage my analytical process, I must ask you to clarify something. Is that a real body? What, pray, is behind the curtain? Ow. That is the Tuspel special exhibit. There's an extra charge to see it. Ah, the special exhibit in the House of Horrors. It must depict a serial killer then, I presume. Would you be so kind as to draw back the curtain, I wonder? Absolutely not. Absolutement. Bro. Okay. Absolutely none. There is nothing amiss behind there. Nothing amiss, madam? There's a hand. What about the arm protruding ominously from under the curtain? I strongly encourage you to allow me to see what lies beyond, before the situation worsens. Yes, very well. I will draw back the curtains, but only as a soup con. I don't know, bro. I don't speak French! Anyways, reveal the curtains like it's a goddamn Danganronpa death reveal. Number 139. I must confess, I peeked behind the curtain earlier. The Tuspel special exhibit is a very bleak graveyard scene indeed. And yet, somewhat surprisingly, the waxwork killer one would expect is nowhere to be seen. What does strike one, however? What does strike one? Oh my god, it's the jury dude. Is the portly gentleman living peacefully on his back on the floor. Wake up the gentleman. Well. Well, then perhaps, Mr. Sholmes, that man on the floor is the ruthless killer himself. That's a real person, you fucking idiot. I'm afraid not, my dear fellow. He's a perfectly ordinary London gentleman. Not even a waxwork, in fact. What? As skillfully made as these waxworks are, they are always distinguishable from real humans. I need water! So, allow me to present my two conclusions. Oh, fucking goddammit. Oh, wait, never mind. The first is that a sizable business transaction has been taking place in this special exhibit. Why would you say that? And the second is that the aforementioned transaction is linked to a serious crime. She looks as pale as a candle wax. Again. I don't understand. Wake him up. So, Madam Tuspel, as you've agreed to my fee, you shall now have the pleasure of seeing this famous great detective and temporary exhibit at work. Here we go. It's his fucking great deduction. Here we go. I love these bits. Waxworks. Fate. I thought he was just call it Waxworks Fat. To begin with, we must ask ourselves what exactly is afoot here in this museum. Ow! The answer is revealed by the bundle of banknotes protruding so helpfully from your bag. In my estimation, some 200 pounds. That is all my own money. So what does this large sum of money reveal? Oh, and she looks at it, you fucking idiot. Not as much as the involuntary glance you cast, it would seem, Madam Tuspel. Yes, the answer lies where your eyes fall now. The significance of the 200 pounds is revealed by that public notice. Waxwork for sale? Your business has hit hard times, it would seem. In short... Bow! You sold the infamous killer, the centerpiece of your special exhibit, for the sum of 200 pounds. None! Now, let us explore the next curiosity with which we are presented. Bow! Who is this portly gentleman stretched out so peacefully on the floor? No one. It would appear the man has suffered a severe shock. The cause of which is clearly known to you. Oh. Shit. Unfortunately, madam, keeping secrets does not appear to be your forte. What dealt the man such a shocking blow was, of course, the 200 pounds. It would appear that you twisted this gentleman around your little finger more effectively. What are you suggesting? Broop. He rashly agreed to purchase the waxwork from the sum of 200 pounds, or for the sum. Oopsies. Only when he came to hand the money over did it occur to him what an extortionate amount he was paying. But the money was no longer in his hands. And the result? The scene we see before us. He collapsed in shock. I doubt that's true. It's always wrong. Yes, the killer in this specific exhibit fetched a killer price. We can only pray that the gentleman's dreams are not plagued with regret. God, Sholmes sold for cat. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Waxwork location. I'm getting more water. This voice fucks me up every time. Wait, I just thought of something. Can I? Oh my god, I can't. I'm an idiot. Okay. The questions that arise then is what has become of the waxwork that changed hands? Let us consider the problem for a moment. You can't possibly. What immediately strikes me about this conundrum is the young man standing over there. Who is this fellow? To find the answer, we need only to observe his neckerchief. What? Such as is worn by a policeman as a secret sign to fellow members of the force that a crime is being perpetrated. Yes, this young man is undercover policeman, currently investigating this museum. Is that a guy? I never investigated him. Is he a guy? I kind of just went for the elephants in the room first, which were the dead hand and Shones. I mean, I knew he was real because he's 3D and all the other exhibits are PNGs, but still. I know him well, in fact. It's Sergeant John Clay. What are you talking about? The man's quite a celebrity. He received triple accolades at last year's policing awards. But... Next, we turn our attention to the old man sat before him with a particularly unsightly visage. I've been watching closely, and he hasn't moved a muscle. Almost, in fact, as if he were waxwork. But you... Your reaction only confirms my suspicions, madam. I noticed it at once, of course. Observe! The telltale sign that instantly proves whether or not this old man is a waxwork is the obvious price tag. No, it's the other band. Threepence. A tragically low price, you might say. Though perhaps the going rate for aging waxworks is riddled with cracks. And yet you sold it to the portly gentleman for an exorbitant 200 pounds. Sort of plucky behavior that's sure to attract the attention of Scotland Yard. Isn't that so, madam? I do not. Yes, the waxwork you sold has already been seized by the police and the remains in their custody as we speak. The old man must be reunited with his... I can read the English language. The old man must be reunited with his grave in the special exhibit, and not a moment too soon. Alright, so the conclusion is discovered already. What? Okay. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this horrifying puzzle. God. I don't know if I love or hate these bits, because they're funny, but also it's like, a lot of the time it's so, like, in your face obvious whether or not it's like, you know, if he's full of shit, or where he's full of shit, and how he's full of shit. Wow, that was real bullshit. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to fucking kill him right now. It's gonna happen. Molten lava, die! I see I've stunned you all into silence.
You have, Hurley, you have. I mean, not for the right reasons, but you have. And you've obviously upset this young lady in the process. Her cauldron looks awfully hot, like there's actual fucking lava in there.
If I could just bring up one point, Mr. Oh, shit. Ah, you were doing an impression of me, Naruhodo. Very good. That's my excuse for that. The notorious Naruhodo 1 point. I'm all ears, my dear fellow. According to your deduction, then, the special exhibit featured this old policeman. So that would mean he's the particularly ruthless murderer, wouldn't it? You dumb fuck. Kill the policeman. Automole. Sorry. It was a mysterious series of murders that rattled the capital one only last year. The police rushed to the scene every time, only to find the culprit had disappeared into the ether.
And it turned out the culprit was a policeman himself, a senior officer by the name of Ottermole.
So you mean that's who the sinister-looking old man there is supposed to be? Indeed. It is a particularly grim face, is it not? Unforgettable, in fact. Yes, I remember that odious countenance only too well. I can definitely read the English language. But is 200 pounds a lot of money for a wax model? It would be enough to afford one of the latest steam carriages that, if that puts things in perspective. So it is quite a lot then. I'll fucking do it. Is there anything else you wish to add? Before I melt you down. Bubbling lava, that's fucking lava. No one's telling me that's anything but lava, it's lava. Bubbling lava is looking more and more ominous, because it's bubbling and fucking lava.
The smell of all that molten wax is starting to worry me.
Mr. Sholmes did more or less just accuse her to her face, so, you know, kind of fucking deserves it. I think I might have to call on your assistance here, Iris, if that's all right. To make some minor corrections to the great detective's great deductions in air quotes.
Of course it's all right. Oh my god, I dropped out of the voice for a second there. We'll soon set things straight.
Well, let's get started then, shall we?
Before Madame Tussbell's vents her anger and kills a man in cold blood.
Just what I was waiting to hear, my dear fellow. I know I'm wrong. I'm doing it for gameplay. I'm throwing for content. So, Madame Tussbell, in accordance with our agreement, you shall not have the pressure of seeing... You shall now have the pleasure of seeing this famously great detective and temporary exhibit at work. Floop, bloop. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. You're full of shit. All right, topic 1. It's not sold for cash. I don't want to reread these. I'm not rereading these to begin with. We must ask ourselves... Okay, do we really have to read these? I'm not reading them again because the voice hurts. I'll do it in my own voice, but monotone. The answer is revealed by the bundle of banknotes protruding so hopefully from your bag. My estimation, some 200 pounds. That is all of my own money, I promise. Dead ass. So what does the large sum of money reveal? Oh, you're looking in a direction. Let me turn to that direction and say, you're dumb as bricks. You looked at the thing. Yes, the answer lies where your eyes now fall. At the sign, but that's not right. The significance of 200 pounds revealed by that public notice. Question mark? Badoom. It's like we're activating the world. Just the world! She definitely looked in this direction, it's true.
But I'm not sure she'd sell any of her waxworks even for 200 pounds.
Oh?
She must pour her heart and soul into making them, don't you think? Over and above the wax. If it were me, I wouldn't sell them for anything.
Huh. For that much money, I would, but sounds like that makes me a bad person. No, it just makes you a broke person who needs money, so... Well, anyway. I wonder if the 200 pounds could have some other significance.
Let's follow the furtive glance again and see if there's anything else. Just play for me again!
Okay, so... What is this? Wait, hold on. I gotta look. Portly man. Public notice. Hello, what are you? Not important, apparently. She's looking in this direction, so I'm trying to think. What if I just, select here and just read it? Waxwork for sale. Would anyone really buy models of mass murderers?
I think I'd rather have 200 pounds in my pocket.
Exactly. You could buy one of those brand new types of steam carriages car. That's what I'd spend it on if I had it, no question.
Ooh, I'd buy all the herbs in the world.
Must be another explanation for the money. You need to keep looking. Shit, so, well, I mean, we only have 2 things we can really look at. I'm going through it. I'm, looking at, yeah, there's only 2 things, so it's got to be the man, but I'm going to investigate him because it doesn't feel right. Seems this well-dressed gentleman is alive after all, just not alive and kicking. And he's not a waxwork or a model of a mass murderer.
I'm not sure I'd pay 200 pounds for him.
I don't think the man's up for sale.
Well, anyway, it was a silly place to put him. Other museums visitors could easily trip.
I don't think the man was put there on purpose either. Well, then what the fuck? Oh, okay, it wasn't letting me do that before. Hello. Note on the wall.
What's that note doing pinned on the wall there?
Oh, yes, let's see. Dear Madame Tussbell, we've taken the prisoner from this room. The price for his safe return is 200 pounds. Have the money ready by noon on 23rd October. What? This is... It's just like the sort of thing that's left behind when someone is kidnapped.
Yes, it's a ransom note, you fucking idiot!
Exactly, that thing! Alright, ransom note. That's That's why she did it then. Sorry, the thing wasn't working initially, the movement, and I was like, oh, then I can't move. I could move. I forgot I had this outfit on with my little guy. The significance of the 200 pounds is revealed by that ransom note. Quite so, and we must congratulate these criminals on their inventiveness. Abducting a waxwork. 200 pounds is no small ransom fee, yet you clearly intend to pay it. The model in question has special importance, so I put together all the money I have. In summary then, the 200 pounds you have in your handbag is ransom money. Now let us explore the next curiosity in which we are presented. Okay, now I'm stopping the voice for a second. Who is the portly gentleman stretched out so peacefully on the floor? A good question. It would appear the man has suffered a severe shock and fucking die, the cause of which is clearly known to you. Oh my god, she looked somewhere. Unfortunately, madam, you looked at a place and you suck at keeping secrets. Without the man, such a shocking blow as, of course, 200 the world. Time stops when I want it to stop because I'm stopping it. So, if the waxwork was kidnapped, where does that leave us in terms of who this man is?
We could just ask him when he comes around.
I think the point of this exercise is to understand the beauty of the deduction process, Iris.
Yeah, you're right. Hurley's trying so hard. We mustn't let him down.
Well, there's little doubt that he suffered a shock. That much seems clear. But in that case, what's Madame Tuspel trying to hide? Well, let's have a closer look around. She's looking not so much down, but like to this way. Oh. Nope, never mind, I'm lost again. It's not, is it on her person? Her hand. Not her hand. A hand. That's not long braided hair. Don't lie to me. What? Madame Tuspel has very long hair, doesn't she?
Yes, but you couldn't tell looking at her from the front.
You know, it looks rather like a whip, don't you think? Sort of whip that could have floored the gentleman with a single crack.
That seems a little far-fetched even for you, Bruno, with all your bullshit.
No, the hand, you fucker. Hand of Madame. That's not her hand. This is just Madame Tuspel's right hand.
This is just Madame Tuspel's right hand, isn't it?
Yes, it must be. I can clearly see her left hand after all.
Oh, but wait a fucking minute. This is a left hand as well. Look, you fucking idiots.
Don't say such creepy things, Iris, please.
And it seems very stiff, too. In fact, it's really hard.
You mean it's made of wax? What? Who could have expected something so crazy? Present the wax hand.
Waxwork hand, boom.
What dealt the man such a shocking blow was, of course, the waxwork hand. Indeed, with the solid waxwork limb, one could deliver a very substantial blow. How could you? It's poking out, you dumb bitch. The hand protruding from the bottom of your cape. It ought to be a right hand, but for closer inspection reveals that, in fact, it's a left hand. And somewhat masculine as well. In other words, it does not belong to you, madam. It is the hand of a waxwork model.
Cha!
Oh, damn, it's a whole ass arm. Some of the visitors to my museum can be troublesome. They meddle with the exhibits and cause damage. So you mean that arm? Yes, this gentleman saw fit to try to remove it as a souvenir. No small keepsake. Like taking a whole branch of a cherry tree when you go to view the blossoms. I'm afraid I had to teach the man a lesson. I mean, fair, valid. You confronted the man and tried to take the arm back. And the result? The scene we see before us. He was knocked unconscious. A point we may need to revisit later. But for the time being, we have our conclusion. Thank you. Yes, the killer in the special exhibit has been kidnapped.
Wow.
Not sold for cash, he was kidnapped. And soon to be sold for cash. Technically sold for cash isn't wrong. So, the question that arises... Oh, wait, yeah. I'm doing this to save my voice. The question that arises then is what has become of the waxwork that changed hands? Let us consider the problem for a moment. You cannot possibly... Boo. What immediately strikes me about this conundrum is the young man standing over there that Finn forgot to fucking, talk to. Dumbass. Who is this fellow? To find the answer, we need only to observe his neckerchief. Oh, that's not right. According to Mr. Sholmes, the yellow neckerchief is a sign to other policemen that crime is underway.
Way of communicating with the colleagues without revealing his identity, yes? It's a secret that's closely guarded by Scotland Yard.
That Mr. Sholmes didn't hesitate to give away.
Well, uncovering secrets is any true detective's nature, of course.
Right. Anyway, judging from Madame Tuspel's reaction to Mr. Sholmes' deductions, I think perhaps we might not have identified the man quite correctly. Something about... Oh! Oh! Would you look at that? It's the shoulder stub. He's missing an arm. Who is this fellow? To find the answer, we need only observe his shoulder stub. No such boneless human walks this earth. Of that I can assure you. In other words, the man standing here, the young Sergeant John Clay, is fucking wax. Is in fact, defying all odds, a waxwork model. I seem to remember it was you who concluded he was a real person in the first place, Mr. Sholmes. He has become quite a celebrity in London, being the winner of no less than 3 policing awards last year. Policing, goddammit. I simply had to make a model of the man. Naturally! What other explanation could there be? And it was the detective's arm that was pulled off by the man on the floor in the special exhibit, wasn't it? Next, we turn our attention to the old man set before him with the particularly unsightly visage. I've been watching closely as he hasn't moved a muscle, almost as if he were waxwork. Your reaction only confirms my suspicions, madam. I noticed. Once, of course, observe. I feel like it's gonna be the yellow handkerchief, unless it's just something over there that he's like, he has one eye open or something. Telltale sign, a blah blah price tag. A killer policeman called Ottermole, was it? Oh my god, sorry. Was he well known?
It was all over the papers last year, but I can't say I know what he looks like. It's a very low price, though. Threepence isn't much money.
Only enough for a few measly hours of gas in Mr. Garridub's delightful lodgings, in fact. Oh, we're bringing up Garridub again, okay. So, this is the special killer taken from the special exhibit, is it? The waxwork that somebody stole from the museum and tried to ransom for 200 pounds is this crusty old killer policeman Ottermole.
Really? Perhaps we should have a good look around again and see if another idea crops up, whatever it said.
Oh, look. Not moved a muscle. Can we just go to what he said? Can we just go to what he said? Blah, 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 and he hasn't moved a muscle? Do legs not count as a muscle?
Take that!
Fucking idiot. He's just like me, though, for real, for real. I do that same shit. I'm doing it right now. You just can't hear it because I'm good at it. The telltale sign that instantly proves whether or not this old man is a waxwork is the obvious twitch! You idiot! Even the most realistic waxworks do not exhibit a twitch. In other words, this splendid old man is in fact a genuine member of Scotland Yard. Slight shift in your choice of adjectives, then. And there you have it! Well made, Madam Tespel. Well, Madam Tespel? I don't know why I said well made. I'm an idiot. Okay. Well, what? It was me who contacted the police and demanded that someone come in the first place. He is clearly fatigued. He's sound asleep. But then, what's this tag about showing the price? What's this tag about showing a price of 3 pence? No doubt the price tag of the muffler, which the old Bobby purchased recently at a local market. As I presume you've observed the scarf tied around his arm? Does that not strike you, Mr. Narhodo? You stupid fuck! Yeah, it's the sacred sign used by detectives to show that some criminal activity is currently underway. Of course, because, as you know, there has been just such criminal activity happening here. As you deduced from the very beginning, Detective. Boom! So, it would seem that we finally arrive at the truth. The waxwork of the especially ruthless killer from the special exhibit has been kidnapped. And Scotland Yard are already investigating. But the model's whereabouts remain a mystery. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this horrifying puzzle. Yay, we did it! Still a mystery! Solved. Deduction complete! Elementary! Ow, my fucking neck, dude. All sorts of people visit my museum here. Men and women, young and old. Sometimes they drop in just for a short time on their way back from the pub. I welcome them all. But if anyone tries to damage my exhibits, I do not take that lightly. Anyway. God, please stop being an attractive person. I beg you. Your great deduction was even more enchanting than I had been led to believe. Thank you. It was a pleasure, my dear madam. I'm gratified that you enjoyed the spectacle. Sorry. And as for your rough customer, I have no doubt he'll regain consciousness shortly and return home. What concerns me more is that I need a drink. Is the waxwork from the special display, if it was indeed genuinely abducted? Sorry? What does that mean? Yes, tragically it was. Then I would ask you to recount to us the events surrounding the stolen waxwork. In as much detail as possible, if you please. Very well. But after I have told you what I know, I must insist that you return to your work. Son of a bitch. Talents of a great detective could be put to better use, I feel, but as you wish. Great, cool. Tell us what the fuck. The stolen waxwork. Tell us more about the stolen waxwork, please. It was some days ago now. When I came in here one morning, I immediately noticed that a waxwork was missing from the special exhibit here.
It is your most prominent display, so that's why the curtains were closed? Or so that's why the curtains were closed.
And I found the ransom note in its place. The culprit must have broken in during the night and taken it then. Or shit, that was Ryunosuke. Oh my god. Oh my god. This stream is in shambles!
So this waxwork that was stolen, it was a model of some horrible criminal, I suppose?
Of a particularly horrible criminal, in fact. The killer who left a more profound scar on society than any other, I would say. The Professor. Not a name I've heard of. So, Mr. Naruhodo, seems the circle is complete. Sorry?
The Professor case happened at around the time I was born, didn't it?
Indeed it did, Iris. 10 years ago, a series of murders that rocked the capital. 10 years ago? Yes, and exactly the time that Beric Van Zykes graduated from university, in fact. Oh! That's not great. What? Surely he's not saying...
So the big event that changed Mr. Reaper's life?
As you've surmised, it was the Professor case. Who was this Professor, then? The Professor. This is probably like a teacher of his, right? It was a series of gruesome murders that had all of London gripped in terror a decade ago. After 5 victims were killed, the man was arrested and put to death. And now he's immortalized here in the wax for all Londoners to admire and enjoy. Though, of course, he happens to be absent at present on count of the abduction. But I don't understand. How is all this related to Lord Van Zykes, the only part of this I really care about? You must first understand, my dear fellow. Why is it that the Professor earned such infamy? It was due to the victims he chose. Some of Whitehall's finest. Oh, did he kill people, like, exclusively from that school? And it caused, like, fear in the school or something?
What do you mean, Hurley?
Those murdered by the Professor were some of the highest members of the British... I hate my life. Members of the nobility, even royalty. It sent shockwaves through the country's administration. Members of the... wait, of course! What Professor Harebrained said. Lord Van Zykes is from a family with noble blood. Oh. So, like, one of his parents got murdered or something?
Oh God, what the fuck?
It was the 5th victim that led to the Professor's arrest. The last of the killers, prey, was a young noble by the name of... Clint Van Zykes. Oh. Brother? No! I don't believe it! Van Zykes? Like a brother, then, right? I'm sure you can piece together the rest for yourself. In the wake of his older brother's murder, the young Beric pursued a career as a prosecutor, and eventually became the Reaper we know today. Damn. I had no idea Lord Van Zykes had such a tragic past. Well, I'm afraid that's all I can say on the matter. For the time being, at least. After all, I have work to do. As a waxwork exhibit! Just really loving it, aren't you? I'm afraid I shall have to excuse myself as well. Oh, yes, of course. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Well, we should probably go have a chat with Van Zykes and see if he freaks out when we bring up his older brother. Or his younger now. Well, none of the predicted scenarios I've been analyzing involved you coming to visit me here. That was intentional analyzing. Oh, shit. I was not prepared. What fucking voice did I give him? I'm about to pull up my own fucking VOD. Give me a second. I'm gonna pull up my own fucking VOD because I genuinely don't remember what fucking voice I did for him. And you too can go see my VODs at twitch.tv/ or no, that's wrong. Damn it. You could see it at youtube.com/@MrVinster. I have to go, hold on. When did I see the guy? Okay, so right here. So, shut up, past fan. We learned some stuff. Friends studying law whilst I was studying science. Am I doing fucking Dr. Kleiner? Is that what I was doing? I hope you could hear that. That'd be awkward if you could not hear that. Did I do fucking Dr. Kleiner? Was that the voice? Okay, we're just gonna roll with Dr. Kleiner then. Well, none of my predicted scenarios I've been analyzing involved you coming to visit me here. It's been too long, it really has. I'm delighted to see you, Barrick. It's been 10 years, and here we are, meeting in a prison of all places. I can't forgive myself for what happened to Mr. Assman. I just can't. I still can't believe it could happen. Tomorrow, the court will decide. Yes. I have a young Eastern man acting for my defense. He seems reliable enough, though. It was an accident, a terrible accident. He assures me he can prove it. I must warn you. I'm gonna burp. Give me a second. I think. Maybe I am. I did. You heard it. I'm upset you heard it. Oh, I know. I've heard already. You're going to be prosecuting, aren't you? Yes. Since I returned to England, I've heard lots of stories. Eric, are you really? What? Never mind. I know that you have my best interests at heart. My friend is on trial. I wouldn't entrust it to anybody else. That's so nice. I love it. Of course, I fully understand. Thank you, Barrick. Until tomorrow, then. I'll see you in court. That's so... To be continued! I'm gonna keep going. We've only been streaming for an hour. We're keeping on going. We're gonna keep going. I'm hoping to stream for like maybe... Honestly, I just want to keep going. I am not going to plan out anything. I am just gonna go. I'm just gonna go until I don't feel like going anymore. 23rd of October, 8:52 a.m., the Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber. I can't believe it's been 6 months since I was last allowed to work in court. And now here I am, back at the Old Bailey. Mr. Naruhodo! Good morning, Professor Hairbrain. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. The atmospheric pressure in here is off the charts. I've never felt anything like it. It's crushing me. I feel it every time I'm here. That gravity. Do you believe in gravity? Sorry. Last time I played this game, I don't think I finished part 6. And if I did, there was nothing I could reference part 6. So I'm doing that now. Well, this is Britain's highest court. But are you telling me it's fitted with some kind of device that can actually control air pressure? No. I think it's probably all in the mind. Yes, well, you... Thank you, the innocent prince. Innocent prince, or princess. Whatever. Whichever one. I'm sorry, I don't know if it's Princess NZB or if it's Prince SS NZB. Want to offer promotion of your channel. Oh, rotten hell. I'm sorry. No, sorry, we're not doing that here. How do I fucking not let you? So, you know, let's just, hold on, can I actually just do, yeah, okay. There we go. You are 100% a bot, so I'm just gonna, give me one sec. Hold on, I'm just gonna copy and paste it from here. I don't want to retype your name. Can I copy and paste it? No, I cannot. Whatever. ZB. That's right. And then boom. Probably bot. Okay. All right, there we go. What the fuck? Wait, what? Hold on. I'm gonna edit this out of the fucking... What the hell? Why is this not working? Okay, whatever. I can just do it this way. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. I'll probably just I will probably just edit that out. Sorry about that. Yes. Well, you won't let me down, will you, Mr. Naruto? I'm counting on you in today's trial to save my life. Fucking, if that wasn't a bot and you were just doing self-promo, you're still banned, but, like, you know, submit a ban appeal, and then, like, you know, I might consider. Yes, I understand. Or, shit, why am I doing that voice? Yes, I understand. I know what I have to do. I have to establish that the explosion 2 days ago was nothing more than an unfortunate accident. Well, I'm sure there's nothing to worry about, really. Justice will prevail! My commiserations, Mr. Naruto. I can't read words. My commiserations, Mr. Naruto. You appear to have been lumbered with the most tiresome case here. I knew it. I fucking knew it was you. Mr. Sholmes, didn't expect to see you here. Aren't you being a temporary waxwork?
That's very mean, Bruno. Leaving me alone at home with Harley.
Took me at least an hour to wake him. All right.
Took me an hour to at least wake him up.
Is it? Are you? Sherlock Sholmes! Indeed, sir. I am he. Sherlock Sholmes! Oh, I've heard all about your exploits, even whilst living in Germany. I think this is the first guy who has ever been a fan of Herlock. That's funny.
Ah, yes. Rant's magazine is on sale in Germany, too.
This month's installment was sublime. Your deduction in The Adventure of Silver Blaze was wonderful. Ah, yes. Hi, Luna. How you doing? I'm about to go into court. Ah, yes. A memorable case indeed. It concerned a snake, I seem to recall. Oh, no.
No, that was the speckled band, you idiot. You don't even know your own stories.
Well, thank you for coming. I do appreciate your support, for whatever it's fucking worth. I'm sorry to disappoint you, my dear fellow, but I'm afraid I can't stay. Of course you can't, because it would just make the case too fucking easy. Oh, I have urgent business at Madame Tuspel's. Oh yeah, being the wax. You mean your waxwork job? No, the waxwork abduction, of course. The madam has engaged my services. Ah, so you're trying to get to the bottom of the ransom note, are you? The week's wages depend on it, as does the safe return of the waxwork, naturally. Okay, so you're mainly in it for yourself. Respectable. As such, I intend to give it my undivided attention. Oh, well, never mind then. I understand. Of course, with my skills of observation and reasoning, resolving the matter will be as easy as proverbial pit. I shall return forthwith. For until I solve the case, I shall have no money to afford a pie of any description. Lagging hard because my Wi-Fi sucks at work. Huh? Are you at work right now? Are you, do you have earbuds in, or are people just hearing me? Just want to say hi. Hi, Luna. Thank you for dropping by. I really appreciate it. Are you like just with headphones on right now, or are you just having me on speaker? I could say some bad stuff to get you in trouble at work. It'd be funny. It'd be funny. I probably shouldn't, but I could. Also, sorry, I just noticed the curvature of my head was wrong, and I was moving it. I noticed I wasn't completely in the right. Anyways, for until I solve this case, I've said, yeah, pie.
Ooh! Then you must absolutely give it your full attention, Hurley.
Quiet, Iris, quiet. But life, or quiet. I'm an idiot. Quite, Iris, quite. But life is riddled with irony, you know. Whenever I give something my full attention, I have quite insatiable desire for pie. Got earbuds. Damn! I was gonna say some, like, hey! This is Luna! I want a raise! Just scream some shit. One of the universe's intractable mysteries, you might say. Oh yes, quite, definitely, absolutely, I totally understand. Is someone a little starstruck? I wish you the very best of luck, Professor Hairbrain. Oh, why, thank you. Before I depart, Mr. Naruhodo, a word in your ear, if you please. What's this about? As you've remarkably little grounding in science, I feel I ought to inform you. As compelling as this super high voltage instantaneous kinesis hypothesis thing may be, a practical implementation such as was attempted by the professor at the Great Exhibition is quite impossible. But the professor said the demonstration was a success. Yes, it would appear that he fervently believes it was.
I've read Professor Bunnybrain's paper about it too, Bruno. And I have to say, I'm sure it can't be done. It could barely be done theoretically, let alone practically.
Yeah, that makes more sense, because if this teleportation technology did, like, if this worked, then why isn't it a thing in, like, normal Ace Attorney, like with Phoenix Wright and all that? I don't know. So yeah, that was my thought process from the start. I'm glad that they ended up doing something with that. Shit. So he's completely barking up the wrong tree? But how could an experiment that had no probability of succeeding, in fact, succeed? That's contradictory, and I know my contradictions. And it's that contradiction that will be at the heart of the trial, I've no doubt. What's that supposed to mean? What do you think it means? Ryunosuke, what do you think it means? Now, I must hurry along. I wish you the best of luck, my dear fellow.
See you later, Hurley!
And goodbye. Alright. Well,
it looks like you're on your own today, Bruno. But chin up, you can do it.
oh, what about you, Iris? You not coming along with us?
No, I'm afraid I can't help. I have something I need to do.
I see.
It's going to be a big surprise for you when you find out what it is.
That sounds ominous and threatening and life-threatening.
Counsel for the defense and the defendant. Court is about to be in session. Make your way into the courtroom at once.
Run away! An experiment that the laws of science say can't possibly succeed. And a scientist who's convinced that it did. That's the riddle you have to unlock here, Ryunosuke. That's the key to this case. Ba 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 bum bum ba 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 bum. 23rd of October, 9:10 a.m., the Old Bailey courtroom. Oh, okay, so our short stack isn't in the, jury this time.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. We are sitting today for the public trial of Professor Albert Harebrain. Fuck. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed.
The prosecution is ready. The defense is ready, my lord. I'm very nervous. I've never been in court before. I'm 6 months out of practice, and what's more, Susano died! No! Susano died! Okay, I'm without Susato-san today. Is it just my imagination, or does the air here feel even more oppressive than usual?
So, I must say I recollect the victim of this case all too well, Mr. Odie Assman.
Mr. Assman was well known as a financer, though that was merely a front for his diverse criminal activities.
It was only a month ago that the man appeared in court, prosecuted by you, Lord Van Zykes, but the jury unanimously found him not guilty.
Because every member of the jury had been bribed by the sound of it. These powerful London criminals are prepared to go to extreme lengths to keep their freedom. I need a wink.
But 2 days ago, on 21st October, why does it not say the 21st of October? That's annoying. Mr. Assman met his end. The work of the Reaper, was it?
I plead the fifth. Even though we're not in America, I plead the fifth. If that is how your lordship would describe divine retribution, but the fact remains that Mr. Assman's death was a direct result of the actions of the accused, Professor Harebrain.
Very well then. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you have been selected at random to represent the will of the people. Are the 6 of you ready to fulfill your societal duty? Oh my god. That's Manfred von Karma. That is fucking Manfred von Karma. I'm not gratified to have been selected to carry out this. I'm most gratified to have been selected to carry out this important civic duty, my lord.
Motherfucker! That's a vampire. Wait, the next guy's a fucking vampire. To have a man's fate in the palm of one's hand. Oh gosh, oh golly. It sends shivers down my spine. Never mind, that's Houdini. Science experiments, magic, conjuring tricks, courtroom trials. All are nothing more than performances.
Any spurious scholar that defies the reputation of science deserves to hang!
We have to listen to what's said both sides defense and, then settle on one. That's it, isn't it?
Fuck. Wasn't like this in my day! Wasn't like this at all!
Jesus Christ, he pulled out a gun. That's the police killer Ottermole lookalike. Again. And he's exhausted as ever, it seems. His name's gonna be fucking like Sleepmore or some shit. Or Noddermore. His name is gonna be Noddermore. That's what I'm calling it. If you ever get a name for that guy, his name is gonna be Noddermore.
Now, as I'm sure you're all well aware, the incident we are here to judge today tragically took place at the Great Exhibition, shortly after its opening.
Though the death toll could have been far worse. With the exception of the victim, no one was killed. Nevertheless, the dream of the science being exhibited rapidly turned into a nightmare for the spectators.
A tragic turn of events, and as such, the eyes of all London, no, the whole world will be on this trial. And it is our duty to reach a swift and just conclusion, I feel. So, your opening statement, please, Lord Van Sykes.
All right, let me get my scroll. At the heart of this incident, is technology never been demonstrated anywhere in the world.
One of science's latest developments, I take it. The government is keen to capitalize on the Great Exhibition to improve Britain's technological advantage.
The technology being demonstrated by the accused was described as super high voltage instantaneous kinesis. Oh, sure, I'm able to read that correctly, but I can't read fucking government. Or technology. What the fuck?
Good lord!
It's designed to disassemble human subjects using extremely high voltage electricity, and beam them instantly to another location where they are subsequently reassembled.
Is such a thing even within the realms of possibility? Well, I don't believe it. That's for sure.
Disassembling people with electricity? My goodness, how shocking.
Ha! The whole idea is absurd. The hypothesis would never stand up to scrutiny. Sir, I believe you are a fellow of the Royal Society, are you not? Are you an expert in your field?
I am, and my word on the matter can be considered final. Instantaneous kinesis is poppycock. So, this expert and Mr. Sholmes are in agreement. It's impossible.
What is the prosecution's view on the matter?
The prosecution would assert that the accused instantaneous kinesis demonstration was a success. That's fucking new. What? What? I didn't see what he said. I was blinking.
Order! What did you say before?
What's wrong?
Thank you.
The professor's hypothesis is currently under investigation by the British government. If it is deemed to have merit, a substantial research grant would be made available. The accused made use of the invention built on his new hypothesis to take Mr. Assman's life, in order to be the sole benefactor of the grant. But, he's your friend. This disastrous demonstration was no accident. It was carefully designed from the outset to end the life of the victim. But see, that doesn't add up because he was thrown.
Thank you, Lord Van Sykes. Prosecution's stance is clear. But you will now bring forth witnesses to substantiate your claims.
Gladly, my lord. Cape's already off! Fuck this! I'm not pulling any fucking punches here! We're already off the cape! Bailiff, show the first witness to the stand. Or witnesses, it was plural. Ha ha ha, I can read! Oh, hello. Big shocker, it's the accused and detective. That's not a shocker. I'm not very original. Witnesses, state your names and occupation for the court.
Yes, sir. Fuck, I forgot his voice. Tobias...
Shit, I actually have to look at... I don't fucking remember his voice. Good thing I never closed the fucking VOD. It's an extraordinary thing to attempt, especially in public.
True. It was by far the most unusual of the experiments planned for the exhibition, mind.
Okay.
Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector at Scotland Yard... Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector at Scotland Yard's Homicide Division. I was on duty at the demonstration on the day in question and in charge of the following investigation.
Albert Harebrain, scientist. You were born in England, but have been carrying out research in Germany in recent years, correct? Yes, that's right. After graduating from university here in Britain, I went to work in Germany and made an amazing discovery, which is what brought me back. I had to demonstrate my incredible hypothesis at the Great Exhibition.
What you demonstrated was incredible, all right. An incredible explosion.
But the science was a success. The instantaneous kinesis worked. Everyone saw it. They must have done. Yes, there was a terrible accident, but the demonstration of my hypothesis was a success.
Well, that much is undeniable, as shown in this photograph taken by the forensic investigation team.
Damn, he got fucked up.
This was taken inside the Crystal Tower, I take it? The centerpiece of the exhibition, no less. That's right, my lord. Seems the victim rammed straight into it.
Damn.
I see. Very well. Submit the photograph as evidence.
The photograph of the victim has been entered into the court record. Photographic print of the victim taken after he had ostensibly been beamed to the Crystal Tower. Shows an apparent stab wound in chest. Interesting.
As the courts heard, the victim of the incident was Mr. Odie Assman. There's been a number of allegations made against this man, but putting them aside for the time being, he was the man who financed the research for the experiment and the demonstration itself. I see. So, to summarize the situation, the defendant accused of taking the life of the man who funded his work. Fuck me, I can't read. Would that be correct? Exactly.
But couldn't it be that the explosion was caused by some malfunction in the apparatus used for the demonstration? That's right, it must be it! My splendid machine! My poor splendid machine! My baby!
You saw yesterday, didn't you? We can't even examine the wreckage thanks to the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act and bullshit.
What? The wreckage? The wreckage?
But that being the case, how can the facts be established? How can it possibly be determined whether this was an accident or a deliberate and malicious act?
Extremely simply, my lord.
I beg your pardon?
Isn't that right, witness? What? Sorry, me? No, your neighbor.
Yes, sir. It was a murder, plain and simple. Anyone can state that with complete certainty.
What? How can he possibly think that?
Thank you, Thank you, Inspector. I think we had better proceed to formal testimony. You will explain to the court what the grounds you claim this experiment to have been a front for murder. Witness testimony.
Give me a fucking second. I'm setting something up. Okay, sorry, we're back. Apologies. Doot. Front for murder? The corpse that went crashing through the Crystal Tower had a broken neck. I made a minor miscalculation in the angle and the beam projection, that's all. That was my mistake.
But the post-mortem examination revealed another injury, a fatal wound.
Okay.
There was a lesion in his chest where he'd clearly been stabbed by something sharp right in the heart. So the victim was killed before he went anywhere. And this fella's the only one who could have done it.
Awesome, dope, cool. All odds against us.
An extraordinary business. In addition to suffering a broken neck, the victim was stabbed in the heart?
Information that I would really like to have heard from someone other than the judge.
The coroner says death would have been all but instant from a wound like that.
He could say, in fact, that the victim was killed twice by the accused. No, and no! That couldn't be further from the truth!
I have here the experiment plan document that was submitted to the security team.
Oh, shit. Okay.
The victim stood himself inside something called the bird cage, ready to be beamed instantly.
Ba-doop, ba-doop.
To the second level of the crystal tower, about 25 yards away.
The experiment did not go according to plan, however. Ah. As the machine was put into operation, there was a large explosion. The blast caused the beam transmitter to point higher than intended. Oh, and he fell to his death. Accordingly, the kinesis resulted in the bird cage materializing in mid-air. Oh. From where it subsequently fell, crashing through the glass of the crystal tower's large round window. Ooh.
My word! One assumes the victim's neck was broken upon impact with the tower, then?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. The machine it's just too powerful. But honestly, really, I swear it was just an accident, a terrible accident. Unfortunately, that excuse can't save you.
No, not considering the sharp murder weapon that pierced the victim's heart.
Well, what if the stab wound happened afterwards? That would subsequently get rid of the problem of him being stabbed, and it would also get rid of the problem of him being the murderer. Well, not being the murderer, but like intentionally murdering, right? Murder weapon? What are you saying? This is the autopsy report submitted to the coroner, by the coroner. The prosecution would like to enter it into the court record.
A request is granted, counsel.
Alright, autopsy report. Awesome, cool. Homina. I was there in person, you know? I saw the whole ludicrous performance. Alright, so his voice has just sort of become detective. Alright, let's see. Details of victim, named Odie Assman, male, age 47, nationality British. Time of death, 21st October, around 2:20 p.m. Cause of death, hemorrhage of a wound to the chest that pierced the heart, inflicted by a sharp implement. Additional observations, a broken vertebra, most likely resulting from impact after a sudden fall from considerable height. That doesn't... Okay, alright. Well, fuck. And this is the photo we got, where I don't see anything of use. I can maybe see the glass here being important, but I don't really see how. I don't know. I don't fucking know. We'll figure it fucking out.
I was there in person, you know. I saw the whole ludicrous performance.
I'm trying to change his voice so that he doesn't sound exactly like the detective, and also so that my fucking throat doesn't die.
And the only person on the stage with Mr. Assman is the disgraceful excuse for a scientist.
Then really, by all accounts, it must have been him.
Hard to think otherwise, really. Really? Very well. Counsel for the defense, proceed with the cross-examination, please.
Oh, yeah, sure, totally. Got it, my lord. Need to focus here. Slap! It's been a while! Alright, let's shake, rattle, and roll. Cross-examination. Affront for murder. The corpse... Okay, I'm not gonna read it in the voice. The corpse that went crashing through the crystal tower had a broken neck. It's not really deniable. Hold on, what do you mean broken? Are you suggesting that's because he fell from a considerable height?
Exactly. Which highlights something else about the whole rum business.
What is that? The fact that the instantaneous kinesis itself was a success. Bacana.
After the explosion, the cage with the fella inside suddenly appeared out of nowhere in midair. So, although the experiment ended in disaster, the so-called instantaneous kinesis did actually occur.
That's probably why the magician is here, right? He's gonna prove that it wasn't real, right? Or he's gonna prove like, oh yes, it's a simple bait and switch or whatever the fuck. Remind us, Professor, what was the cause of the fatal disaster? I made a minor miscalculation in the angle of the beam projection, that's all. Hold it, what do you mean minor miscalculation? That wasn't your fault. So the angle of the projection is critical, is it? And you calculated it yourself personally? Absolutely! The calculation is far too complicated for anyone but me to carry out.
Only you got it wrong, didn't you?
Yes, that's right! That's the point! The calculation is so complicated, even I can make a mistake. Do people fall for that brazen confidence? I should try it.
Dude, me too, though.
I took into account the subject's height and weight, the wind direction, the ambient temperature. I considered every possible variable, so I just don't understand how this could have happened. Obviously, then, you had to include the weight of the clothes Mr. Aspen was wearing at the time, I suppose? Ah. Cracking comets! The answer should have been 3! So much for safety first. The 3 must be for safety third. Funny. Well, here's the thing. Do I can't, like, present it. So we have no idea what the fuck this is for, right? It looks like a crossbow. Oh, it is a crossbow. It is a crossbow. This is a crossbow. Oh, we figured it out. This is what killed him. This is the real murder weapon. Whatever got stabbed into him came from this. Oh, we got something. I don't know what this is from. I don't know what this is, though. Okay. So, okay, we're getting somewhere. Post-mortem examination revealed another injury, a fatal wound. Is it an arrow? Another fatal injury, you say? That doesn't make any sense! I didn't think I'd have to spell it out, but here we go. Just because there was 2 fatal wounds doesn't mean I'm saying the victim had 2 lives to lose, does it? 2 right. Obviously, at first, we thought the bloke had died due to the spine snapping in half as well. But you're saying that's not the case? You'll get your answer once I've finished my fish and chips, if you don't keep butting in every few seconds. We all know that's a bottomless bag. The victim plummeted 30 feet into a glass tower. It would be reasonable to assume that as the cause of death. Right, that's what we all thought. But it was a red herring, wasn't it? There was a lesion in his chest where he'd clearly been stabbed by something sharp right in the heart. Hold it! What do you mean in the heart? The defense knew nothing of this crucial information. The prosecution received this report from the forensic investigation team only this morning. That was the first we knew of it as well. I can only apologize for the impossibility of informing the defense. Sarcastic and insincere. Thanks. So, what was the nature of the sharp object? Among the accused tools that were used in the demonstration, one is of particular interest. This.
Ah, yes, that would appear to be some kind of screwdriver, wouldn't it, Count?
There he is! My trusty little companion, Andrew! And Andrew, of course. Do you know each other already? He's one of my dear friends, like all my tools. I've named them all, you know. We're one big happy family.
Holy shit.
Andrew is my flat-headed screwdriver, of course. His brother Michael is a crosshead.
Well, it would appear that your beloved Andrew has a red stain on his shank.
That isn't... It's blood. Beyond all reasonable doubt. I don't know what else it could be in this context. No!
And that's not all. The long, sharp shape of this Andrew fellow is completely consistent with the victim's wound.
What? What? Andrew, you fucking asshole!
Order! Order! The court will enter this friend of the defendant as evidence.
Screwdriver. And now I can look at this one. So one of Professor Hairbrain's tools is the murder weapon. Is there anything I can discern from it? Other than the A. I've seen this unusually shaped handle before. It's the same screwdriver that was lodged in the grill on the floor of the kinesis machine, which could be important information, so I should definitely make note of it. Updated. It's in the... See, here's the thing. It's in the shape of an A, which could just be for Andrew, but I've learned from these goddamn games that it could definitely be important too. Question is how? Could you shoot the arrow or this into the... I don't know. Fuck. This is a real pickle we're in.
Great. Okay. So the victim was killed before he went anywhere, and the fella's the only one who could have done it.
Okay, let me read from the beginning, because now I have evidence. Corpse then went crashing through the crystal tower, had a broken neck, right? Made a minor miscalculation in the angle of the beam in projection. That's all. That was my mistake. But the post-mortem examination revealed another injury, a fatal wound, right? There's a lesion in the chest. Is that what this says? Just want to make sure. It probably does. Yep, okay. I just want to make sure. So the victim was killed before he went anywhere, and the fella's the only one who could have done it. That's real cool. I'm gonna save. Alright. The victim, alright, let's just... No, not present. Oopsies, oopsies, poopsies, oopsies, poopsies. Press. Hold it. What do you mean before? What grounds do you have for saying that?
You really need to ask. There was only 2 people on that public experimentation stage in front of the whole crowd.
The victim, Mr. Odie Assman, and the accused, Professor Hairbrain. And we know for certain that before the experiment, the victim was alive.
That's right, I saw him with my own eyes!
Furthermore, following the explosion and kinesis, nobody went anywhere near the body.
In other words, only someone else on stage with the victim could have possibly done it. Hello.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. What is that? Professor Hairbrain! Do you have some information that may be relevant here? Professor! Yeah, ma'am. Sorry. I was just calculating the optimum coefficient of electrolytes and separate molecules in the human body. And the witness stand is the best place for that? It seemed as though you might have something to say about Inspector Gregson's last remark. Yes, that's right, of course! He just said that nobody else could have done it, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. Who else could have stabbed the victim, eh?
I don't know, but there's no way that I could possibly have stabbed Mr. Assman, as you say.
Eh?
Explain, please. Oh, because he was on the side. He was on the side doing the beepity borpities. He couldn't have killed him. Yeah. Of course, this cold-hearted policeman may not be aware, I suppose. But humans are warm-blooded mammals with blood running continuously through their veins. Never mind, he's pulling out a different excuse entirely.
I had heard.
Then surely, you see, if I'd plunged something the size of Andrew into the man's chest, the whole stage would have been a bloodbath. No, a blood swimming pool. but thousands of Londoners were watching me at the time. And yet none of them claims to have seen a swimming pool of blood. You fucking get it now?
Well, no, suppose not.
You see? Not one.
True, I didn't see anything like that.
Well done, Professor. That was a great counter-argument. Actually impressed, unironically.
Order! Order!
Alright, we're getting the wine out. I'm fucking tired of this already. Pray, forgive the discourtesy if I savor a drop from my hollowed chalice to accompany my old friends adducing. Here's to you, Albert. Oh, you're too kind, Beric, but I'm really not a patch on you. Fuck this chalice. No, you're not. No? You've neglected to mention one crucial possibility. I have a particular situation in which very little bleeding would result from a stab wound.
Of course. I knew that.
Inspector, enlighten the court, please.
Yes, sir.
Where are they going with this? I don't like it.
Very well. You will amend your formal testimony now, Inspector Grayson. The weapon the victim was stabbed with must have been left in his body whilst he was beamed through the air.
Shit. We don't have proof that didn't happen.
Hold it!
Hold it! Why would you think that, Inspector?
With any wound, it's only when you pull the weapon out that profuse bleeding occurs. Whilst it's still lodged in the body, it acts like a stopper of sorts, for want of a better word.
I see. You don't need a medical degree to be aware of this fact. It's common knowledge for any investigator. Where's Susato-san? We need her. In Japan.
If you ask me, this bloke masked what he was doing from the view with his body before stabbing Assman in the chest. Then he beamed the victim off the stage with a fancy device, then screwdriver still where he planted it.
I would never do such a thing! Not to my precious tools! I would never use them for such dirty work! I only use tools for their intended purposes! That's common knowledge for any scientist! And the fact remains the lack of blood at the scene can easily be explained, as the prosecution has demonstrated. Fuck me. So that's all the testimony I have to work with. I had no idea the victim had been stabbed. This changes everything. Did Van Zykes keep that to himself until now on purpose? To gain the advantage? Oh well, I suppose all I can do is press the witnesses for as much new information. I did that.
Hold it!
I mean, this isn't gonna change. Yeah, I did this. What's the fact that, yeah, it happened, and then wow, and then the explosion, it was in midair, and then so it ended in disaster. It actually worked. It was like, yeah, remind us what the fuck happened. Okay, and then he said he fucked up, and I say, hold it, how much did you fuck up? The angle is the angle's important, right? Yeah, no shit, no, that's a calculation. It's far too complicated for anyone else, but you fucked it up. Yeah, so it's so fucking, I'm a big brain. Do people fall for that brazen confidence? No. I subjects in hand in the direction, blah 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 blah. I would just actively say, okay, well then you did it with the clothes too. It's like, oh fuck, and then I'll rewrite. Is the, oh my god, it should have been 3, not 1. Fucking idiot. And then Rinosuke said a funny pun. Hold it, but you said another fatal injury, you say? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, but that doesn't mean that, it can't be more than one, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to redo all these voices. You're right, you're too right. You're actually so right. Oh my god. First is, dude, we thought he broke his neck, and how are you saying that's not true? Because you get your answer once I finish my infinite animation. Y'all know that's an infinite animation. The victim plummeted their true 30 feet of glass tower. Would be reasonable to assume the case is the cause of death. Da da da. Right, well, that's what we thought. Then a red herring, and then there was a stab wound, and there's literally no proof that the fucking defense knew nothing of this crucial information, right? Yeah, that's my bad. We learned about it this morning. My bad, G. I'll try better next time. Sarcastic and sincere, you fucking prick. So what was the nature of the sharp object? Well, it was a screwdriver, as proof right here. And then it's like, oh my god, that's my guy. There he is, my homeboy, my home slice. It's Andrew. Yeah, Andrew Garfield. Yep. Got it. He, what are you, blah, blah, blah. We're a big happy family. And he's like, what the fuck is this shit? Andrew is my flathead screwdriver because his brother Michael's a crosshead. And what would appear that your beloved Andrew's red stain is, oh my god, is that? Yep, it's blood. I promise you, dead of ass. No, yes. And that's not all, but wait, there's more. The long, sharp shade, blah, 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 blah. Bro! Hold it! Dude, press my ass! What do you mean I have to press? And this is just the same thing. Of like... He would never do such a thing because he's a scientist and he would never do the thing that he's like saying he would never do, and he's so right. I have to unzip my jacket. I'm getting really warm. So, all the testimony I have to work with, blah, 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 that's bullshit, and I hate it. I don't really see any evidence that, like, really contradicts anything here. The corpse went crashing through the crystal tower and it had a broken neck. That's literally confirmed within the autopsy report. Doesn't look like it has a broken neck in the photo, though, but, like, I don't really think that's something I really want to prove here. You know what? I'll risk it. I will risk it. I'll risk it. We're going to save. And I'm going to do it. And then depending on if it... Well, not depending on if it works. But regardless on if it works or not, I have to go do a thing for a quick second. So I will be right back after I try this.
Objection!
Yep, I had a feeling that wouldn't work. Okay. Give me 1 second, gang. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna be right back. I'll put the music back, or I could just leave this music on. That works, I guess. So, yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Had to do God, just the jump scare. I forgot it did that. It's funny. Okay. Surely something about the last statement seems odd, doesn't it? Also, I grabbed a slice of bread because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten in like a few hours, so I just grabbed myself a slice of bread to have something in my stomach. Okay. I don't know what the game fucking wants from me, and I don't want to resort to story mode. Okay. Made a minor miscalculation, but it was the explosion. Maybe I throw this out there and say like, well, you didn't fuck up.
Objection!
No, he did fuck up. That he did fuck up. That was a real thing he did. Also, my chair is sinking for some reason. Oh god. There we go. Okay, well, it's not that. Here, I'm gonna let it direct me to where it is and I'll figure it out from there. Okay. Is it this one? Not that one. Uh-huh. Has to be this then. Okay. Oh, wait. Hold on, jeez, my chair is fucking sinking.
Objection!
Oh. It was really that simple? God, I hate myself. Hold on. Okay. I might end the stream, like, in a little bit here, because I do need to eat, but I'll keep going for a little bit. You say that while the weapon remains in the body, there's very little bleeding. Is that unequivocal? Look, there was no blood on the experimentation stage, even though that's where the fellow was stabbed. The only explanation for that is if the screwdriver was still in his body, stopping any heavy bleeding. It's common medical knowledge, my learned friend, even on your side of the world. Okay, well, that aside. Yes, but about this screwdriver. The thing is, we actually saw it at the scene ourselves, on the experimentation stage. What? It was on the floor by the wreckage of the machine, poking through a metal grill. I went to pick it up, but the detective here stopped me. Isn't that right, Inspector Gregson?
Well, now you come to mention it, yeah.
Inspector, are we to understand that you permitted the defense counsel to investigate? That you contravened the special dispensation for to blah blue act?
No, not at all. I wouldn't do that.
I just let him look, nothing more. It was very clear he wasn't to touch a thing. Yes, that's very true. This screwdriver was in plain sight on the stage. But it shouldn't have been, should it?
What are you getting at?
If this tool had still been in the victim's body when the victim was beamed away by the medicine, or by the machine. Medicine? God, bro. Then it shouldn't have still been on the stage. That's right. It should have been beamed across the Crystal Tower along with Mr. Assman. And been found still lodged in the victim's chest. Yep.
Order! How do you explain this, Inspector? I don't.
It looks as though everything that the victim had on his person moved with him when he was beamed. if the screwdriver was still in his chest when the instantaneous kinesis occurred, obviously that should have been beamed to the destination as well. Ew. This is a strange situation, but when is it not? Even though people are saying that this instantaneous kinesis is a scientific impossibility, we're still basing arguments on the assumption that it did actually take place. All right, time to tighten the screws here. My lord! If the prosecution is unable to explain this inconsistency in its argument, we can only conclude that the testimony given in support cannot be relied upon. Shit. 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 Lord Van Sykes is stumped. Bro? Bro? Bro?
Do you have something to say, witness?
Yes, I knew it. It bears out. The equation hold. Mr. Naruto, don't worry! About what? Are you gonna fuck this up? Without delving into the details, there is no inconsistency. Oh my fucking god. Shut your harebrained pie hole. What? Shut up! Even if Andrew had been lodged in Mr. Assman's chest, my trusty tool wouldn't have moved. Andrew remaining on the stage is consistent with my calculations. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up! What? Well, I certainly don't need any more alcohol. It would seem your illusions have been shattered. Clearly, we should hear the accused's explanation. Or should I say, this brilliant scientist's explanation. Oh, you can tell he's just having a fucking amazing time. He is rubbing this in my face. I want to die. I want to die. I want to die in game. Just when I'd found an inconsistency in the prosecution's arguments. Scientists. Bro.
Very well, the defendant will testify again. Provide us with the scientific explanation as to why the inconsistency asserted by the defense fails to hold.
In the name of Apollo, I will, my lord. Okay, well, I'm gonna let him do his explanation, then I'm gonna save the game and end stream, because I'm tired and I'm hungry. Mostly hungry. I need food. To be clear, I'm still at the stage of gathering data in my research. My hypothesis states that kinesis cannot transport metal, though. Hence, the metal weapon would have stayed put. It handles wood, though, right? In other words, the point is just raised by Miss Naruto isn't an inconsistency at all. Mr. Assman was the patron of my research. Without him, my work wouldn't have been possible. Now I have a duty to protect the incredible machine that we built together! Bro, maybe, shut up. This is unbelievable. I am...
So, the thrust of your testimony, Professor, is...
that based upon his hypothesis, metal objects cannot be moved by this method of instantaneous. Oh, wait, I think I already have a way of disproving that.
In other words?
In other words, since the screwdriver is made of metal, even if it remained lodged in the victim's chest, its subsequent discovery on the stage, despite the victim being found elsewhere, is not an inconsistency. I can definitely disprove that, actually, because he's wearing a monocle, right? Or he's wearing glasses. That's metal. That is metal. That is metal. Right there, that right there, this bit, the bridge of his glasses, metal. I would assume that's metal too. So, easy peasy. its subsequent discovery on the stage despite the... Oh, I just read that. I'm an idiot.
And therefore?
And therefore, Professor Albert Harebrain could still have been the killer. My great hypothesis holds, you see. Bro, now is not the time to gas yourself up. We had to make the cage used to contain the subject from wood for that very reason. He's turning into the old man voice.
I was not addressing you, witness!
Professor Harebrain, just...
Yes?
Whose side are you on here? I don't take sides, Mr. Naruhodo. No. My only interest lies in upholding my hypothesis. I'm a scientist, after all. God fucking... Is he working for us or against us? It's very hard to tell. Let's see how you cross-examine this testimony, my Nipponese friend. I already have a possible counter, so... I take back what I said earlier. I'm gonna do this counter and then immediately go fooding. Because I'm hungry. Inconsistency explained. To be clear, I'm still at this... Alright, I'm gonna save here. And then if I get it... I'm gonna viva la vida loca. Okay. My hypothesis states that Kinesis... Alright, present... Objection! Immediately, bro! Professor Harebrain, you say that according to your hypothesis, nothing made of metal can be beamed by instantaneous kinesis. Using the machine you made, is that right? Oh my god. Yes, that's right! Spot on! Exactly correct! In that case, I'd ask you to have a look at this photograph that was taken at the scene. You stupid goober. In particular, I'd like you to pay attention to the victim's face. And how he has glasses on. You can clearly see that Mr. Assman is wearing a pair of spectacles with a metal rim. What? Metal? No. Metal. That's not... Metal? No! We've already established that the proposed murder weapon, the screwdriver, was found on the stage. However, if your hypothesis correctly predicted that outcome, it should also have predicted that the metal-rimmed spectacles would be found in the same place. Yeah, my hypothesis! Professor Harebrain, this isn't easy for me to say, but your hypothesis is clearly flawed. Just dying more and more.
Order! Counsel, what is the implication of this?
I'm saying he's full of shit. If, on the day in question, the alleged instantaneous kinesis never actually took place, then it's entirely possible that the victim was killed somewhere other than on the stage. And in that case, someone other than the defendant could have been the culprit. But my hypothesis is out! I proved it that day. My experiment was a success. The experiment was proof of all my work.
If I could say something here in my capacity as a fellow of the Royal Society. Yes, juror number 4, go ahead. I'm gonna stop here now.
Actually, God, it's so hard to, like, feel out when you're okay to stop.
As a matter of science, there is one thing I simply cannot abide. And that's a fraud who pretends to be a fellow man of science.
What? Wait! Great Scott! Are you suggesting my science is suspect? You asshole!
It's been disproved, hasn't it? In front of all of us. In other words, the whole demonstration was a complete nonsense from the start. From start to finish, whatever. Believe me, my fellow jurors, when I tell you that this man is a heel, a bounder, and a fraud. I say that the wreckage of the machine should be stripped down thoroughly and examined.
No, never! The machine is the essence of my entire hypothesis! It's protected
protected by the special disposition to act.
What the devil is the Blasted Act all about, eh? Who made such a draft rule?
Oh, he's a daft. Brennan. You quirky people. I don't like the way he seems to be going, or this seems to be going. What's the best way for you to help the professor? I'm gonna save. I'm gonna leave that decision for Future Finn. Future Finn can deal with that future bullshit. Yeah, I'm gonna end it there, because I need to eat food. I just saved, but sure, let me save again. I need food. I am a very hungry. So, oh god, let's swap this over to chatting. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming over to stop by. I'm drained. I feel like I've just been doing a lot today, and I've been working. I've been doing a lot of work today, just around the house and stuff. So I'm a little just tired. So yeah, that's just the end of that. I'm tired. So thank you guys so much for coming by. I'm gonna try to stream something tomorrow. I'll try to get that schedule out by today, and if I don't get it done today, it'll be like sent tomorrow. Like as I'm saying, like what game I'm playing today, or that day, whatever. You know what I mean? Thank you for coming. I really do appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys later. Probably not with Ace Attorney again, but we'll see. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. So yeah, that's that. Bye.